What's up, gang? So let's get into the Tanner Scott signing before football starts. Football starts in a little while, and it's snowing out. So want to give everybody time, give everybody a chance to get home and get your popcorn ready, get your hot chocolate ready, your wings ready, and everything to watch some football. So, but Tanner Scott, if you haven't heard, is going to the Dodgers, 4 years, $72 million, which is $18 million per. He's got some deferred money. I'm going to pull this up really quickly. He's got, I think it's a $20 million signing bonus, and I think $20 million in deferred money. Let's make here $21 million in deferred money, $20 million signing bonus. So, and the other part of it is I got some reporting from Bob Nightingale. The Red Sox gave him a bigger contract, offered him a bigger contract, more years, higher AAV, and he turned him down. So, just to put that in perspective. But again, before we give, because I know a lot of fans are just going to give the Dodgers the championship already. I don't do the farewell stuff here, farewell Yankee fan stuff. So you guys can do it, but I'm not going to do it. Not just saying that doesn't guarantee. These guys have to be healthy. They have to perform, and everything else do the same too. They're formidable, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. But the comments on Twitter, and again, reasonable people do not go to Twitter for the facts. Okay, it's a cesspool for propaganda, and narratives, and talking points. We know this. So, and that's where we're hearing a lot of this stuff. We're hearing stuff that they're making the Yankees look bad. Really, they're making the Yankees look bad? Well, let's put this in perspective, okay? There are 3 teams right now over the Cohen threshold as we speak: Yankees, Phillies, Dodgers. So there's that. And that's not including the penalties and all that stuff that are going to be. That doesn't get attached on until the end of the season, depending on what your payroll is now. Doesn't matter what your payroll is at the end of the season is what's going to determine the penalties that you have to pay afterward. So, and shout out to everybody in the chat, by the way. So, but and again, here, let's break this thing down. Let's break this stuff down, okay? The Dodgers also have $1.2 million in deferred money. That's debt on players alone. Debt on players alone. So, are they financing their own stadium like the Yankees are? No. Okay, they're in an advantageous financial position with the ownership group that they have. Okay, and I have somebody coming on soon, in a couple of days. We're going to break down again for like the 3rd time. We're going to break down the finances and the economics of this stuff. And so for those that either don't understand or maybe didn't see us last time, but there's so many people that either don't understand or refuse to understand or would rather just listen to the talking points on Twitter because it makes them feel better. Profits are not the same thing as revenues. That's economics 100. Okay, that's one of the most basic things you learn right out the gate. Okay, and again, were the Yankees going to sign him? Probably not. Do I think they'll bring in a lefty? Yeah, they also need to bring in a bat too, which they will. Okay. Now, one of the things that made this possible for the Dodgers is Shohei Ohtani's the contract. He's deferred all that money. Remember, he's making $2 million a year for the next 10 years while he's playing. Then he's going to make $68 million a year for 10 years after he's playing. Okay, so it's going to hamstring the Dodgers in the next decade, but it gives them extra $68 million to play with now, which makes it easier to sign Tanner Scott and some of the other guys that they brought in, Blake Snell, and so on and so forth. So again, they have a multiplayer owner group, but then again, so do the Yankees. Okay, Yankees have multiple partners to answer to, and the fact of the matter is, Steve Cohen is the richest owner in all of baseball. His team's not over the Cohen threshold. Let's put that in perspective too. Okay, so and just out of curiosity, the Yankees are the most valuable franchise in baseball. Now, again, revenues were about almost $700 million. That's not profits. Right off the gate, and I'll just break this down really quickly for you. Let's just use 700 as an example, right? Take 360 or 300 right out of the gate for payroll and penalties. That takes you down to 340. Then take the 140 away from that from revenue sharing. Take you down to 200 now. Okay, we just got rid of $500 million on 2 things out of their profits. Okay, and then you have self-financing the stadium, and you have all these other expenses, and then you have Hal and the family and the partners that they have having to divvy out the rest of the money. It's pretty quickly how pretty amazing and pretty easy how quickly that math deletes a lot of the stuff, and people just don't seem to want to understand that. Okay, but it is true. But again, it does not negate what the Yankees have done up to this point. All the moves that they have made. The Dodgers and the Yankees have been the 2 most busy teams this offseason. The two World Series teams who haven't played each other in the World Series in about 40 years, okay, before this year, are the busiest teams this offseason. No surprise. Okay. So this does not, again, let's not ignore the fact that the Dodgers and Major League Baseball covered up the Shohei Ohtani gambling scandal, which he gambled about $15 million away. And then his interpreter became the fall guy, right? His interpreter is going to get all the heat for this. Not Shohei Ohtani. He's getting off scot-free. So they did him a pretty good solid. So maybe Shohei Ohtani's doing him a solid in returning, letting him defer all that money so they can get more players. It's a nice give and take. It's a nice quid pro quo there. Nice scratch my back, I scratch your back. Okay? Nothing to see here, though. Let's just blame Hal about this. Let's blame Cashman. Okay? Shohei Ohtani is their moneymaker. He comes from a market that's infiltrating baseball now with a lot of players, good players. So, but the fact of the matter is, they were going to protect the moneymaker. We've talked about this, the cash cow for MLB. Okay? Had the Yankees done this and he got busted, could you imagine the hornet's nest of reporters and everything else? The Yankees would have been gutted for this. But the Dodgers get off scot-free because he's MLB's golden boy. So, and a lot of people just seem to forget that fact. But this is one of the reasons why they're not going anywhere. Eddie, I think they're going back to the World Series, Eddie. So, but again, when you have a players union that works with baseball, they'll cover this up. They didn't even have an investigation. Okay? They didn't even let them investigate it. Just goes to show you they're going to cover up the money. Yeah, they're protecting their profits over the integrity of the game. Okay? So before we attack the Yankees for what the Dodgers do, I think it's important to keep these things in mind. Very, very, very important. And the fact of the matter is, there's going to be some tension in the next CBA. The union likes this type of stuff because these players, Ohtani and Soto and all the rest of them, they keep elevating the players' salaries, which is exactly what the union wants. But much to the frustration of a lot of owners. Okay? Maybe that's something they'll talk about. I don't know. But maybe they'll talk about the penalties attached to a qualifying offer, salary floor. There's so many problems that need to be addressed in baseball that are so much more significant than the Yankees having to outspend everybody. Okay? The Yankees have a lot of operating debt. George Steinbrenner, late George Steinbrenner, may he rest in peace, never had to operate with this debt. Never had to self-finance a stadium. Never had to deal with the penalties right now, the layers of all this type of stuff. He never had to operate with debt. Hal does. It's a different economics. It really is, and it's important. No Yankee fans don't work for the DOJ, Johnny. But yeah, it's true. The gambling scandal was quickly swept right under the rug without an investigation. I mean, the DOJ investigated the Balco report, right? They even testified in front of Congress. Pete Rose, banned from baseball for life, gambling. But he wasn't their cash cow. Ohtani is. Right? Donald, nobody's making excuses for the front office. So quit your propaganda. Go take your trolling elsewhere, Donald. It's not the front office's job to cover up stuff. They're already over, okay? They're already over the cone threshold. Jay, who are you talking to when you say that? His interpreter, Wondering Wolf. Yeah, his interpreter, not Ohtani. Ohtani did not get investigated. His interpreter was thrown under the bus. So yeah, Wondering Wolf. They did not investigate Ohtani. Jay, dude, you're out of here, bro. Better take that elsewhere, home. Go take that to the U. Go take that to the propaganda channel. Okay. Where is Bregman going to sign? It's a good question. I don't know. And again, They had to build a new stadium in Kedzilla. Their other stadium was kind of falling apart. Paranormal, what's good, my friend? That's how we gotta do it, Beagle. If you gotta be a dick, then you're out of here, man. Go take it to the other channels, where being a dick is welcome. And propaganda is preferred over facts. Not this place. Yeah, the Dodgers are 375 right now. They're not going to be hamstrung this decade. They're going to be hamstrung the next decade, the Dodgers. Okay? So they have flexibility this next decade, and people are going to use that. No, it doesn't make the Yankees look bad. Doesn't make them look bad. They've made a lot of moves, Steve. What do you mean it doesn't make them look good? Why is this about the Yankees? People have what is that? Dodgers sign a player. Let's figure out a way to blame the Yankees. Why? Huh? No, it's not what happened with Trevor Bauer. It's a different situation, JDS third. JDS third. Different situation with Trevor Bauer. Trevor Bauer wasn't also banned for, gambling and all this type of stuff. Who's making excuses for Hal, DDD? Why don't the Dodgers complain? Because they got off scot-free. That's why they're not. Why would they complain? They're sitting pretty right now. Yeah, they know winning. So does the Yankees. The Yankees are the most valuable franchise in all of baseball, DDD. Every single year above the Dodgers. Okay? Gambling on winning. Are the Yankees payroll dropping? No. They're over $300 million again. Okay? And the Braves. I don't understand what you're saying, Donald Burton. Yeah, exactly. I don't know what Trevor Bauer has to do with this. Nothing to do with this. Yeah. And this isn't the shady part, them signing play. They're taking advantage of a system that has enabled them to exploit it. They're taking advantage of it. Okay. The shady part was them covering up for Shohei Ohtani. Story changed like 3 days in a row. Okay. He wasn't proven innocent, JDS started. He wasn't investigated. Okay. He wasn't investigated. We would know if he was federally investigated. Because that would be public record. He wasn't. Okay, and again, not blaming Dodgers for signing Tanner Scott. Good for them. Good for them. And again, yes, Yankees and the Phillies. Yep. Well, that's including penalties too, Dennis. No. Yeah. Who's the victim being blamed? Yes, the Rogers Group has an unlimited amounts of money, and yeah. It's more. It's more than having the money. Steve Cohen, like I said, is the richest owner in all of baseball. He couldn't get Tanner Scott. He couldn't get Corbin Burns. Couldn't get anyone. Couldn't get Sasaki. Okay. Ohtani was the victim of a crime. Whatever you say, JDS. Okay. Victim of a crime. Now, he didn't know $16 million of his money was being laundered. He had no idea. Okay. Even though his story changed 3 days in a row. JDS, please get out, Jeff. Come on, get that racial stuff out of here. Why blame the victim? Come on, get out of here. Stop. Yeah. How did Brian Cashman screw up the payroll? What does this have to do with Tanner Scott going to the Dodgers? What does that have to do? Nothing. Jason, what does it have to do with anything with the Dodgers? He can, man. He can parlay that Mexican experience. Exactly, Ken. Exactly. Yankees are the best team in the American League. And again, anything can happen in the World Series. No, exactly, New Yorker. Yeah. You're going to tell us he didn't notice $16 million missing? Come on, let's be real. His signatures was on the money wiring. Yes, his signatures were on it. Still can't win. Still can't win. They were in the World Series last year. Okay. And they've got more World Series than the Dodgers do over the last 30 years. So they still can't win talking point. It doesn't work. It's old, Jay Snell. It's old. It doesn't work. I don't know, Tim King, if that was that vote. They needed Freed more than they needed Scott. Yeah, the Dodgers have a great chance, but it doesn't guarantee anything. It's just like the Yankees have a great chance. And again, the Rangers are healthy too. The Braves are healthy. So the Dodgers aren't going to cakewalk to the World Series. Same thing here, Kenzilla. I can't fault the Dodgers for spending, just I don't fault the Yankees for spending. I'm more angry at the owners who pocket revenue sharing from the Dodgers and Yankees and don't use it to make baseball better. Don't use it to make their team better. Exactly, Hayden. Dodgers can get all the players. Go ahead, man. Good for them. Good for them. I don't know what this has to do with trashing the Yankees because there's so many people talking about this on Twitter. And again, why do people go to Twitter for their talking points? The people that post them can't even defend their talking points. Yankees aren't guaranteed the World Series either. They were projected to be a fourth place team last year. No. Yeah. Dodgers will have problems. And again, well, exactly, Beagle. It's ridiculous. Yeah. Javi, we talked about Tanner Scott when he came on. And I've said repeatedly, I don't blame the Dodgers for that. People were blaming the Yankees for the Dodgers signing Tanner Scott. But the fact of the matter is, Shohei Ohtani's deferred contract made it possible for them to sign Tanner Scott. So, yeah, we got to talk about it, Javi, because that is a part of the situation. See, we're not going to leave this stuff. The Yankees, Intel, come on, Yankees are cheap. Let's stop with that baloney. Let's stop. Top 3 payroll every single year. They're not cheap. I don't even know if the Yankees made him an offer, but the Red Sox made him an offer. More years, higher AAV, and he turned it down. I go to Dodgers. No, the Dodgers rotation is definitely better than the Mets rotation. There's no doubt about that. Conspiracy theory and hobby. No, not conspiracy theory, dude. Just because people aren't talking about it, I mean, and it was covered up doesn't make it a conspiracy theory. Mm-hmm. And FE is in the building. What's up, brother? It's comical. how the Dodgers signing Tanner Scott is somehow the Yankees' fault, somehow Hal's fault. But that's what happens. Coming season so far, yeah, and it'll go up a little more. What is this? Yeah, the Cubs owners admits it's hard to compete with the splashy spending of the Dodgers, Yankees, and the Mets. But again, can't fault them for spending. The Cubs can spend; they're a large market team. All right. The Shohei Ohtani deferment changed everything. Yeah, it did. I mean, it depends on how you look at it. Depends on how you look at it. I mean, the whole gambling situation with Ohtani stinks to high hell. So people don't want to hear that, but it's true. Nah, they don't own New York, Johnny Lopez. You're gonna have to win multiple championships. Even considered that. They have 1.2 billion in deferred money now, Michael. The Dodgers, 1.2 billion. Yeah. Twitter, Jay, talking points. Twitter, and a couple of the YouTube channels who like to bash the Yankees and blame the Yankees for, not spending for everybody. It's just bash Cashman, bash Boone for everything, and Hal for everything. So the Dodgers are. I don't know if they're cheating with deferred contracts there because it's part of it's illegal according to the CBA. So, so they're exploiting something that baseball's created for them. So, they're exploiting it in a way that no one else is. So it is what it is. It's not. I don't think consider that cheating. But deferred contract. I mean, again, it's just going to financially hamstring them later. I don't think they care. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Manfred will be out of here soon. It is legal debt. It's shady, but it's legal. And again, the Dodgers are exploiting it, so I can't fault them for that. It's crazy hating how people say Dodgers will win now more, but the Yankees aren't. I'm still trying to add a second baseman or a third baseman, Rob, and a lefty reliever at least, and then that does and strengthen the bench for the Yankees. But I've said repeatedly too that Tanner Scott wasn't going to happen until they traded Marcus Stroman anyway. So, and it is what it is. But again, I said this yesterday too. The Braves had a better rotation. They had three Hall of Famers in their rotation: Maddox, Smoltz, and Glavine. They also had guys on top of that, and they won one World Series, and that was before they had all those guys, all the other guys with them in the rotation. The Phillies, Roy Halladay, Roy Oswalt, Cole Hamels. They had Cliff Lee, and when they won the World Series, they didn't have Halladay. Okay, and I don't think they had Lee. So, and that's what those rotations are better than the Dodgers rotation. Dodgers rotation on paper is deeper, but that doesn't make them better. Okay. People hate hearing that, but it's true. You have to deliver. On paper doesn't mean dick. Performance means it. Okay. Yeah, baseball okayed Ohtani's contract. That's right. They did. They allowed this to happen. So, and I don't understand how this is the Yankees' fault. Yeah, the Yankees and the Dodgers, multiple MVPs. But again, this is look. Blame the game, blame the Players Association, the owners. They come to this type of stuff during the CBA. So Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, they're not going to catch up to the 27 championships. We know that, right? Yeah. Who sounds like a crybaby, Jesse? Mm-hmm. Ryan. Ryan, yeah, Ryan Nolan, is true too. No, the Yankees are not done making moves. Yeah, Vladdy's never going to happen. I'll be shocked. Shocked. Apparently so. Yeah, you got to blame God, man. No doubt about it. He put LA closer to Japan. This is true. That well, exactly, CWA. This is the narrative that's peddled by YouTube channels and peddled by people on Twitter. The Yankees haven't won one. And I've said this too. They didn't win one since 2009, 15 years. The Dodgers before 2020, the COVID season, didn't win one for like 32 years before that. And if you go back to that 1988, go all the way up to this point, how many world championships did the Dodgers have? 2. How many did the Yankees have? 5. So the cheap narrative doesn't work. The house sucks narrative doesn't work. Okay. Ohtani's supposed to be pitching next year. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, I know the Yankees they're looking. I mean, they have their radar out for Nico Horner from the Cubs. The Cubs are in a little bit of a financial pickle too right now, so they're trying to figure out what they're going to do. And again, doesn't really matter what happens in April. It matters what happens in October. I don't. Yeah, I mean, same thing. Like, I don't care what the Dodgers have. Well, that's the other thing too. That's the other thing too, Oakley. Yes, he doesn't leak stuff. The A's and the Marlins are still grievance eligible. Yes, the A's are closer to not being grievance eligible, but the Marlins, I don't know if they will be. I don't know if they'll be get out of it. I mean, if the A's took on Stroman now, I think they would put him over the threshold. No, they're not the equivalent power yet, Kenzel. They have to win championships, multiple championships. But yeah, the next CBA is going to be a testy one. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a work stoppage. And I think Stroman, yeah, and I think Stroman will be gone too. And I'm not guaranteeing Murakami to the Dodgers either. But if he goes, go right ahead and let him. Makes me appreciate Masahiro Tanaka more. Makes me appreciate Hideki Matsui more. They came here gangster by themselves. They didn't need to be around with a bunch of their countrymen. They came here by themselves. That's real aura to me. Mm-hmm. Ken, that's a good idea, man. You could like platoon as third base and pitching. Thank you, man. What do you know, Ken? They did not need to join a super team. Who's crying, Jeremy? The Dodgers trolls? Who are 20 World Series behind the Yankees? Arenado Pro will likely fall into our lap. I would think so too, Graham. Not crying here, Jeremy. We're 20 World Series ahead of your guy, so yeah, you're a troll. You're not smart enough to get in our heads here, dude. But knock yourself out and trying. I've given the Dodgers credit for exploiting the system multiple times in this live stream. Was living in the past. The Dodgers, who keep bringing up the old championships for the Yankees. Those championships didn't count back in the day. Dodgers fans come on here and troll me with that. I don't go on Dodgers channel. I don't even know who the Dodgers channels are. You trolling is not the same as me crying. I'm not even alive for most of the championships. I'm alive for 5 of them, and I was at four of the parades. 96, 98, 99. Actually, 5 parades. And then 2000 and 2009. I was at 5 parades. How many were you at, Jeremy? I know it ain't 5. Yeah. Yeah, I said there's no guarantee. The Dodgers are formidable. Yes, there's no guarantee they're going to repeat. No, we don't complain about the Dodgers. The Dodgers fans love to troll, Mike Sam. And they need to troll. Without trolling, you have nothing. You're not speaking truth. I was at 5 parades. How many were you at, Jeremy? That's truth. 5. That's truth, homie. Yeah, exactly. We don't go to Dodgers channels. I don't even know who they are. And you guys don't have thick skin like we do here. So there's a reason why a lot of these Dodgers get to go to Dodgers and not New York. You can't handle the Hornets' nest here. They will eat you alive in New York. Okay, Jeremy? You keep saying soon to be, yeah. The Yankees are going to add to their titles too. We have 20 more than your team. Right, you got me beat there, Graham. I can only brag about the 5 I've been to. I wasn't at 77, 78. I wasn't at those. Otherwise, it would have been 7. Yeah. The Dodgers do have to stay healthy, yeah. Yeah, it's true. Thick skin, Javi. It's true. You have to have thick skin as a player to survive here. You have to. You don't in LA. But like I said, the Dodgers are exploiting a system that was built. So can't fault them for that. Like I said it repeatedly. I can't fault the Dodgers for spending. So I can't fault the Yankees for spending, right? So yeah. We'll see, Murderers Row. The Yankees aren't done yet. There's still about 3 weeks left to this pitchers and catchers report, so they're not done yet. Well, this is true too. Yeah, the last baseball team to repeat were the Yankees. The last baseball team to three-peat was the Yankees. This is a very good point. We've heard Yankees fans talk about Dodgers more than their own team. Where are you hearing this, Javi? You're not hearing on the Dodgers channels. We don't go to Dodgers channels. We don't waste our time. Yeah, baby, I've been to 5. Blessed for that. Jesse, Crybaby, and Cocky. That's a pretty funny one. Cocky about what? And Crybaby about what? Huh, troll? Yeah. 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 The only team to 5-peat the Yankees too. This is a good point too. Yeah. Yeah, keep hitting the legs, gang. Let's keep hitting the thumbs up. Just for the spirited debate. Watching the Dodgers fans troll and fail miserably while they do it. '09 was good, CWE. I was at the game. I was at game 6 with my wife and my mom. We sat in the bleachers when they won. That was fantastic. Fantastic. Yes, Reggie did. This is a good point too. You must have, everybody, my friend. 3 consecutive home runs against 3 Hall of Famers. That's right. That's clutch, baby. Mr. October. I'm always ready, Javi. But like I say last year too, it's not over until the end of the season. I don't need to go on Dodgers channels and say we're going to take them, we're going to do this and do that. And Dodgers fans feel the need to come on this channel and do that. Don't know why. Kind of weak, but whatever. Nobody's blaming the Dodgers for deferring. I said, you have to listen, Jeremy. I said they're taking advantage of a system that was built. Okay. One of the things you need to know about us, Jeremy, is that we bite back. Okay. We don't just sit here and let trolls troll away. We call them out. Doesn't make us cryberries. Makes us real, dude. Oh, nice, Ken. 75-76. Fantastic. I was not there for that. Wasn't born yet. Yeah, creative accounting. Yeah. Until 23K subs? That's a good question, Jonathan. 688. You are a troll, Jeremy. Mm-hmm. Why can't they manipulate the system, Mike? Because they don't do that. Yep. I am gonna watch the football games, Alex. Yeah. I am gonna watch them. Yeah, they're gonna start in a little bit, so I'm gonna wrap this up in a little bit too, so that we can get ready for the football games. I think the Dodgers are. I think the Eagles will probably win. I have a feeling the Baltimore Ravens are gonna win tonight. And then it'll be Eagles Redskins, right? And it would be Ravens versus the Texans. So I could see an Eagles Ravens Super Bowl. And then again, you get the Chiefs still in here too. So, I could see that. I could see the Chiefs getting beaten. I could. Yeah. Yeah. It happens. You should, Ken. You have a lot of knowledge, man. A lot of knowledge, Ken. And your perspectives are always fantastic. When you're on it with NFE, I love watching, listening to you guys. That Commanders, that was a pretty significant upset over the Lions. I mean, the Lions, their defense was decimated, but Jaden Daniels is for real. He is for real. 4 likes to get to 100. Right, keep smacking those like buttons, gang. Appreciate you. The thumbs up. I don't know. I mean, the Dodgers will figure out a way to be more flexible and get what they need at the at the trade deadline, just like the Yankees will. And I think and again, one of the things that Cashman likes to leave is flexibility at the trade deadline. So, and that's good. That's good. Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of that, Blake, about the refs conspiring with the Chiefs. Yeah. But it was still can't like exactly, Tom. You know how we do it here, ex-New Yorker. You know that, man. We don't take that. We don't take that, man. And we don't block people for having difference of opinion either. Block people for being disrespectful. There's a difference. Like the guy that came earlier was saying the retard stuff. He's out of here. Banned forever. That's disrespectful. Don't be a dick. Okay? You can disagree all you want. Be able to back it up. We expect people to back it up. We do not back down from trolls. Do not back down from people who. Yeah, it's CWE. It's a good question. Very likely to troll. Yeah. Steven, what's good, my man? Everybody's good here, man. Everybody's good here. Yeah, Dodgers are going to be in a different spot. Yeah. If you're above the salary cap, you're loose. Like, yes, you are. Especially if you're a multiple offender over the cone threshold. Yep, and that's true. This is true. Yep. Dude, I like that, Ken. I like that title, The Ugly Truth. I like it, man. I like where your head is at, my man. Helps the algorithm. Yes, it does, Oakley. We appreciate that. Yeah, getting all these players. Look at all the players. I mean, the Padres loaded up on players the last couple of years. Everybody trades for agency. They didn't win anything. We're not going to sue. I think it's going to be the Eagles versus either the Chiefs or the Ravens. Now that the lines are out. And yeah, Soto's got the Mets have to beat the Dodgers to get to the World Series. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Oh, exactly. Ken, I love it. I love it, man. No talking points is right. They're not gonna like that one, Joseph. You're not gonna like that one. I think it's becoming less of a choice now because it sounds more clear that he's not going to be ready until probably June. I think the Yankees want to have somebody set in stone for spring training. I'm definitely not counting out Buffalo. I can't count out Josh Allen, man. They're gonna be snowing there, just like it's snowing here. So, yeah. Can't count on any of these guys. And like the friggin' Redskins now. I mean, not the Redskins, the Commanders. Man, yeah, let Vlad go to the Mets. You know what? It doesn't make them world champions either. You still have to win the whole thing. Yep. Yeah, imagine the Mets and the Dodgers. Imagine they don't even make the postseason. I agree, Redskins. Yeah, I mean, it's like the Cleveland Indians, like Cleveland guy. I still call them the Indians. Touchdown Eagles. Are they already playing now? They started at 3:00. All right. Scott's contract is deferred. He's got a $20 million signing bonus, $21 million in deferred money, which takes him up to 41, and then a $72 million. So that other $31 million will be his annual salary. So, yep. Yep. Lost my shot. That was an accident by St. Redskins, the Commanders, but it is what it is. When they change their names like that, sometimes it's hard to remember them, Tom. Sometimes it's hard to remember them. We'll see. The Ravens are going to be tough no matter what. That's clash of the AFC Titans right there. Damn right, the PR. Yeah, exactly, man. We just keep it straight here, man. Keep it real. That's it, man. People want to bring their talking points. You got to be prepared to defend them, and you're going to hear stuff that you don't like. But at the end of the day, Tanner Scott, Dodgers, 4 years, $72 million. Congratulations to him and the Dodgers. Does not make the Yankees look bad. I don't care what anybody says on Twitter. Okay. I think they need to understand the difference between revenues and profits. It's a huge difference. No. The Knicks, Jets, and Giants. I mean, the Jets got one. The Giants, I don't know, 2, 3, 4. Giants, Knicks, yeah. Not as many as the Yankees. You can combine them all. Doesn't even have as many as the Yankees. I don't like the name Guardians either. I'd rather call them the Indians, but I want to try to be respectful when I call them. So, and Ken, I would not be surprised if the Chiefs three-peat. I wouldn't be surprised. Get back to it, Beagle. And I want to thank you all for coming on too. And again, keep it coming, trolls. Keep it coming. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Steven. People don't understand. I don't give a damn about the haters. I don't need my ego stroke like how some other channels do. I don't need it. Okay, people can call me cocky. What am I bragging about? Saying that it doesn't make the Yankees look bad? It's not. What am I bragging about? I'm not even talking about myself. I'm defending the Yankees. Yeah, I hear you, Graham. I hear that. But have a great day, everybody. Let's go watch some football. Peace and love to all yous. And again, if any other news comes out, especially of the Yankees, you're going to get it here. So have a great day, gang. See you next time.